Just
Well, I
getting
saw
up
the
early.
Megyn Kelly thing.
Man.
Why would you go on there? That seems like that's like enemy
But you know what?
territory for you.
I literally thought we were going to have an honest conversation. But when I walked in, I didn't know Mark Furman was going to be there. Like, we were there
That's
to
what
talk
pissed you off, right?
We were there to talk about police brutality and racism, and Mark Furman is your first guest. That's like Bill Cosby speaking at a rape seminar. Like that's like Bill Cosby defends Brock Turner. That's what it's.
Yeah.
Your whole premise is fucked up from the beginning when you talk to a guy who got fired for lying about being a racist.
Right.
And so then it went on from there. And obviously,
So that really, when you saw him, you're like,
I was like, well, you're not even
up.
serious. You're not serious. I said
What was his take on the whole thing?
that it isn't true. Like when you lie so much that you get like he lied so much that he got a murderer off. Like OJ killed. Two things I know: OJ killed them people, and Mark Furman's a dickhead.
Right.
Like those are two things they're not. In
Did you
conflict.
always know that OJ killed those two people?
No, I didn't.
You
I
really
didn't.
believed he didn't?
I did.
But
you got to believe.
You're smart.
20 years ago, I grew up in Los Angeles where I believed they were capable of anything. Like, I saw almost everything happen. Like, all those things he alleges in that book, it's like anything. I used to believe in the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
Like, I used to believe in Santa.
Yeah.
So so my experiences have informed me differently, but I grew up, Los Angeles was such a brutal place where the federal government had it under moratorium until 2012.
The Rampart situation was,
the Rampart. It was a cat. His last name, I forgot his last name, but he was such a corrupt cop that every name that every piece of paper that his name was on, all those cats got. 1,500 people got out of jail because this dude was such a corrupt dude.
Right.
That's the Los Angeles I grew up in. So to ask me to believe that they could do something like that or frame some guy, it wasn't that hard a stretch for me.
Yeah.
But then I was like, this motherfucker did it.
They explained the culture of LA and made in America.
Yeah.
That 30 for 30 was unbelievable.
And you saw if you saw that, you saw Chief Parker talking about how
Sure.
black people, they specifically recruited people from the South to be police officers to keep the niggas in line.
I don't know why you gestured towards me right there.
No, you just happen to be. Anywhere you point, it's going to be.
Well, that's typically how you say it.
Sorry, I know. All right.
Anywhere you look, there's a white guy anywhere in the studio, look. But it's just.
So when did you realize that he actually killed those two people? How many years did it take?
After I read, actually, me and Johnny Carson, I was Johnny Cochran. He was on my TV show, right? And we were talking, and I said, "Did he do it?" And he said, "He didn't go to jail." And that was all he said about it. And then I read his book, and then I read Marcia Clark's book, and I read Christopher Darden's book. And I felt horrible about how badly I felt about Christopher Darden.
Yeah.
Like Christopher Darden, and my wife are in his wife and my wife are in some
Oh, that's
group.
right. We've talked about this before.
And he looks the same way he did after the trial was over. And I thought, what a horrible dude. Like, I hated that I was so stupid and gullible that I believed something like that. But it wasn't that hard back then. A 20-year-old kid, 30-something years old, had seen all the stuff they did. I believe they were capable of bullets. Right?
So you go in there, you see Mark Furman, and then you're fired up already. And then
Right.
you sit down with Megyn Kelly.
Right.
It was great TV.
Right.
It was awesome to
Yeah,
watch.
But
you looked fucking pissed. And then what happens at the end of the show?
At the end of the show, she goes, well, I'm sorry it had to be like this. I said, I expected nothing less from this network. Well, why'd you come? Bitch, because you invited me. That's why I came. I'm not here. I didn't break in the studio.
Yeah.
And then I said, she said, well, why'd you come? I said, because you invited me and I'm not a coward like you.
Ooh, I like it.
To me, with Donald Trump basically, well, you can't emasculate her, but he basically eviscerated her and she had to apologize to him. Like I think it was. I'll talk to anybody about anything, anywhere. But come on, what would you think the conversation was gonna escalate after? Is gonna devolve after you saw?
So they go to commercial, and then you just awkwardly leave.
Yes.
I love it.
Wait, and you can hear my feet padding across the floor. You hear the door open. None of the cameramen looked at me. It was nothing.
Everyone's just looking down at the floor.
No, everybody pretended like they didn't see it. The makeup people.
You saw yourself out?
I saw myself in, too.
No one escorted in or out?
No, it was this guy.
She was getting pissed,
Yeah.
though. She was really
Don't wow
raging.
me. Like,
right.
I didn't call you a name. I just said wow.